Raw Sports Radio, man. We're gonna start this off by congratulating Coach Dan Hurley on his championship and on all the UConn Huskies and the fans out there. Congratulations to y'all, man, on the repeat. Haven't been done since '07 with Al Horford and Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer. And by the way, man, while we at that, Kentucky man was trying to reach out and steal Coach Dan Hurley from UConn, but your boy gave him the stiff form and said no, thank you. So, man, let's weigh into that, Max. Man, what you think about Dan Hurley turning down possibly one of the biggest, if not the biggest job in America, man, with Kentucky?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd have to really, really, really entice me in order for me to leave like the perfect position right now. And right now, the last time when this happened, we had a back-to-back repeat champion, University of Florida, the Gators. Not to forget White Chocolate on that team, Jay Will. And what ended up happening was Billy Donovan, I believe, was the coach of that team, and he went on and went to the Thunder, who went on and was at I can't remember if it was 11, 10 or 11, maybe it was 12, no, 10 or 11. Went on to the championship and ended up losing, but Billy Donovan,
What you think about it, though? What you think about it, Max?
I think he did the right thing. I'd rather stay put where I'm at and have my legacy there without having to be the whore of the NCAA and trying to get pimped out by different universities and get a job.
Yeah. All right, so Castro, man, what you think about Dan Hurley turning down that Kentucky job to the SEC?
That's a good decision for Dan Hurley. Like Max said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm like that with a lot of coaches. When you build your program up and you won two national titles, then you put in a name for yourself. If you go to Kentucky, his name really don't mean nothing until you win a national title with Kentucky. You got Rook and you got uh, Tubby Smith. You got even Calipari won a championship. Them names you gotta follow. So I mean, he's at a situation, a place that he's comfortable. I mean, he can win, be successful in the Big East. He good. He should stay.
All right. Trav, man, what you think about Dan Hurley turning down that Kentucky job? Do you feel like he might have lost out on the opportunity right now? You feel like he could still keep winning at UConn.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Can't hear you. We go, we'll come back to you though, man. I'd like to welcome our guest, man, Rob, man. Rob, we want to ask you, man, start off right away with you, man. What do you think about Dan Hurley turning down that Kentucky job? Think he did the right
Um,
thing or what?
no, I think he should have left, man. I think that you got to go get the money. I mean, yeah, it's good. Everything sounds sweet right now. You just won the championship, but I think you got to cash in on winning the championship. You got to get your bag, and then however it play out, it just play out. In my opinion, I would have just heard them offers. Whoever offered me the biggest bag, I'm gone, man. I gotta move on.
Yeah,
Even if you're
Trav, man,
happy
what you
with
think
where you're
about him
at,
turning down that job? You think you're
Yeah, I
scared of the
think
SEC? Trav, SEC bias.
Oh, yeah, I
uh,
would,
Trav, what you
yeah,
think, Trav?
yeah.
Tell the
I
people.
think he ought to stay where he at. I mean, he the one back to back. I mean, why leave where he at and he can build a legacy there instead of going, to another school. I mean, I think he
Yeah.
already made like 5 million a year. So I mean, and I'm sure after he done went back to back, they gonna give him even more money to make him stay. But I don't think there's no chance he going nowhere. Back to back, he building a legacy. So I mean, it doesn't make sense to go there.
Yeah, man, you right, man, because it would spell trouble for your Crimson Tide. You know what I mean? So
Oh
I'm
no,
glad
oh
you.
no.
I know you glad you dodged that bullet right there. So
Nah, we made the Final Four this year, so we looking for bigger and better things that next year.
Yeah. Hey, pause. But so man, listen. I think what I'm saying. Dan Hurley, man, he made the right move. Man, staying where he at, man. In place. I feel like them international players are gonna look at UConn as the program to go to. I feel like he can snag a lot of those programs. He wanna, and one of the recruits coming out this year is the Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? He committed to Duke, but they saying that he's reopening his his recruitment. So, and he's from the main area. So I feel like I think Cooper Flag already got his eyes are set on UConn, especially after coming off a championship. So look forward for even more bigger moves than UConn, man. And they building a dynasty over there. I mean, not a dynasty in college, but they building something special over there at UConn, man. For them to be such a small school, I like what they got going on, and I like the loyalty with the coach. Coach is setting the loyalty. He said not only will what I'm saying. He said, look, you want to win championships, you come here. He said that in the post game review. So I like the move by Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley. I like the move, man. But moving on, man, to the next topic. Unless y'all got something to say about that, we gonna
If I
bring
could just
in.
add one thing, I'm just going to add one thing, if I may, to touch on what Rob said. I see where Rob's coming from when he says to go get the money, because at this point in time, Dan Hurley being back to back, having that record being set in stone, he could write his own ticket to go anywhere he wants, and whoever is going to give him the opportunity to take that program to the next level is going to give him carte blanche, or basically a blank check, how much you
Right.
want for it. He can say 10 million. And
Right.
Calipari, he took 7 million plus with bonuses and incentives. It comes out to 500,000 in addition to some other incentives if he hits a mark. So they're both making good money. Believe me, these guys are eating steak and lobster every night.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, but inflation is getting high, man.
Right.
So
Hey, Castro, get ready. Yeah.
True that.
Go ahead, Rob.
yeah. But like I said, he's not gonna have this much value. I mean, if he win a championship again and again, but I think his value is high. Sometimes, you got to cash out. In my opinion, you got to cash out and move on. And if you that great of a coach, like he did what he was with Kentucky, you should be able to, build your legacy still. Your legacy is, who you are. It's not, tied into a school specifically. So
That is a good point. That's a true point, man. We need to keep that in mind. So that what I'm saying, the legacy stay with him. So yeah, man. So next,
But it's
man, go ahead.
but it's also come
Go
with
ahead, Cat.
pressure too.
Leave off
It's
this.
always it's also come with pressure just as well. As far as him going go chasing a bag, he gonna get the money at UConn. So he don't have to chase the bag because he get the money at UConn. Then you got pressure. So dealing with pressure bust pipes. And there's a lot of coaches probably can't handle that pressure at Kentucky.